Good morning, everyone. I hope you are really well. As we are still in this heat, and I've mentioned it, we're sticking now with our quite slow and soft and low to the ground practice. Um, so don't rush. I will offer options of staying in some shapes a little longer, some a bit bigger, some not. Make it your own. If you feel you need to come out earlier, do that. Don't feel you have to do all the options. Yeah, as always, make it your own. If you have something like unfold the blanket, that would be helpful. We don't need it right now, but maybe kind of have it neatly folded, not too bulky, something like that in that kind of shape. But we don't need it now. Maybe have it to hand, and then we'll grab it when we need to. Yeah, let's do it. Let's come to lying down. Yeah, so settling here, finding that support. Yeah, from the mat, from the floor. Maybe it feels nice and cool. So spread out a little bit, give yourself space, wriggle a bit. Yeah, jiggle about a bit. I find it always helps to drop a bit more. Maybe a nice big sigh out. So allow yourself to settle. Notice how you have landed. Notice which parts of you are making contact with the mat, with the floor, with the air. And then see if you can soften a little more. Yeah, release, relax a little bit more. Let go of any distractions. Yeah, let go of anything you don't need. Arriving for our practice today. Yeah, coming home to ourselves. And welcoming all the sensations, feelings, emotions. Yeah, getting to know all the sensations, feelings, emotions. Yeah, just spending time with them, allowing them to come in and to go out. Yeah, float in, float out, without any judgment. Yeah, also just floating in and floating out. There's nothing you need to do here. Yeah, there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to solve. Just being, just breathing, just feeling. Yeah, just being present. Maybe notice where in your body you can feel your breath. Yeah, maybe recognizing that gentle rising and falling in your belly. Yeah, what is it like? Notice the qualities of your breath. And then really softly and really gently. Yes, start to lengthen your breath, start to deepen your breath. And notice where in your body you can feel that now. So probably feeling your breath into the front of your body. And then see if you can also feel your breath into the back of your body. Yeah, and see then, can you also feel your breath into the sides of your body? Yeah, maybe you can feel your whole body breathe. Yeah, see, can you feel your whole body breathe? Softly, slowly, and deeply. Yeah, finding the spaces in between. Yeah, recognize the pauses in between. Yeah, connecting with your breath, with your body, with yourself. Also connecting, yeah, with that support from the earth. It's always there. So throughout our practice, let's try and stay close to these connections. And then in your own time and taking your time, take your softest and slowest and deepest breath of your day so far. And notice how you feel. Keep your eyes closed. Yeah, stay with all of that inner awareness. As you bring your knees up, yeah, your feet down. Maybe again, tiniest bit of rocking, just to settle again. Notice what it's like here. Notice which parts of you touch down now. Your arms still in that neutral place. So probably kind of about halfway. So in between, alongside the body and wide out to the sides. Yeah, notice which parts of maybe particularly here, your shoulders, arms, hands touch down, fingers. Allow the fingers, the hands to be relaxed. And then we did this last week, remember. Let's do it again. The kind of the not sliding, but rolling your arms inwards. Yeah, so onto your palms, maybe towards your thumbs. Recognize that the shoulders come up, like the shoulders roll forwards. Yeah, and then roll back to neutral. And then go the other way. So then roll the arms open. Again, maybe kind of towards your thumbs. Notice that the shoulders roll back, the chest opens. Yeah, back again to neutral. Yeah, so do a few of these for yourself. Just notice how far can the arms roll in, how far can the arms roll out without forcing that in any way. Yeah, and then let's bring that back to neutral. So recognize your neutral again. And then coming to hopefully also familiar movements with the inhale, allow your belly to lift. And then can you roll your pelvis forward so the back of the waist comes away from the floor. The exhale as your belly drops. Roll the pelvis towards you and see if you can flatten the back of the waist into you. Yeah, a few of these. Inhale, the pelvis rolls forwards. Yeah, there is that arching in the back. The exhale, the belly drops. Yeah, the pelvis rolls towards you. The tailbone lifts. Yeah, inhale. So for yourself, do a few more. Notice the pauses in between, feel that ripple effect. Yeah, of course, feel your breath, feel your spine. But also everything to the left of the spine, everything to the right of the spine. And now keep this going and see if we can add the arms to it just like we did. So with an inhale, as the belly lifts, the pelvis rolls forwards. Can you roll your arms open? Yeah, so the shoulders roll back. With the exhale, as your pelvis rolls towards you, can you roll your arms inwards? So the shoulders roll forwards. Yes, more of a rounding going on. Can you feel that? Yeah, the inhale, the pelvis rolls forwards. The arms roll open, the shoulders roll back. Maybe recognize that arching has become bigger. The exhale, the pelvis rolls towards you. The arms roll in, the tailbone lifts, the shoulders roll forwards. Yeah, maybe a few more of this combined. Yeah, so then recognize it's made the movement bigger. Yeah, or more of you is involved. Can you feel that? Yeah, so go slow. Add the pauses in between to really notice how that has changed things. Maybe how that has added to it. Yeah, how more of you is involved here. Yeah, maybe do one more. Bring that back to neutral. Recognize your neutral. Yeah, and immediately notice shift changes. Maybe immediately notice already a little bit more spaciousness in the body. Yeah, a little bit freer maybe, a little bit more open maybe. Yeah, and then let's bring the knees into the chest. Yeah, bring the knees into the chest. Maybe use your hands to get them in place. So the knees point towards you and your feet just kind of fall kind of towards your bottom. Yeah, and then let's bring the arms up. Let's start by up to the ceiling first. And then bend them so the elbows point towards the knees and your hands kind of fall in towards you a little bit. So your hands are above your face, but there is some space. Yeah, if you're not sure, have a little peek. The elbows point towards your knees, your hands flop in towards you, but they're not directly in your face, a little bit above it. Yeah. And then here, picture a bug on its back. Yeah, can you feel it? Can you tune into your bug on its back? Yeah, and then here, roll your bug over to your left as if it falls over, rolls over, flops over to the left. So your arms, your hands just flop. Your head maybe rolls forwards a little bit. Yeah, kind of collapse forwards. So here, find that support. Yeah, from the floor, from the earth. Lean into that support and then press into that support to bring yourself back. Yeah, back to the bug on its back. And then over to the other side. Yeah, find that support. Lean into that support. Press into that support. Yeah, roll yourself back over to the other side and do a few more of these. Yeah, so particularly note that you have to lean into that support, press into the support to bring yourself back. Yeah, so you need, what do I mean? Support precedes movement. Yeah, you need to press into that support to roll yourself back. Yeah, precedes movement. And then don't rush. Keep going until you'll find yourself again on your left hand side. So when you get to your left hand side, pause there again. Yeah, full roll into that support. And now here, your top arm and leg, so in this case it's the right, can you lengthen them out so your fingertips goes towards the front of the mat, your toes or your heel towards the back of the mat. Quite an lazy but nice kind of side body stretch there. Can you feel it? And then curl back in, press into that support, roll yourself on your back, over to the other side, find that support, lean into that support. Now your left arm and leg, quite a kind of a lazy but nice side body stretch. Curl back in, press into that support, roll yourself back, yeah, over to the other side. So do a few of these. Here I always think of a cat does these kind of movements, yeah, on her back, rolling, and kind of these lazy big stretches. Yeah, so quite primal, this movement. Yeah, so maybe do a couple more, really feeling the left side, the right side. Keep noticing where that support is, where you connect, yeah, where you touch them. And then again, let's keep going until again you get to your left hand side. And let's stay there. Yeah, so you're on the edge of your mat. And here, if you have one of your folded blankets, slide it, so make sure it's straight, and then so your head is on the edge. The upper body is on, so don't wriggle yourself back. A lot of people have the habit of kind of moving their bum back onto the mat. You're completely on the edge, so your legs are completely off the mat. Yeah, can you bring your knees up to hip height? And then your ankles also up to hip height. We've been in this shape before. Yeah, your arms out in front. Yeah, so you're on your true side on the edge of the mat. Yeah, your right shoulder above your left shoulder, your right hip above your left hip. Yeah, your right ear above your left ear. Just earlier, we did that rolling the arm in and out, remember? Yeah, let's do that again with the right arm. Yeah, let it be really floppy. There in front, it can be on the floor. Roll it so it rolls in, so roll onto your thumb. Yeah, maybe back to the palm of the hand, the other side open. So here now in this shape, can you do that? It's the same movement, but we're in a different shape. Yeah, notice particularly where this movement comes from. Yeah, where in the shoulder blades can you feel this? Because hopefully this is going to help us a little bit. What we're doing is we're trying to ease some tension, some tightness there. Yeah, and then back to neutral so that the palms are kind of together. And now this first bit, keep everything really, really still. Your head, the whole of the rest of the body stays still. And for now, it's just the arm. With an inhale, can you only bring it up to the ceiling? So straight up to the ceiling. Yeah, that's all. And back. Yeah, so just do a few of these. And notice that nothing else needs to be involved here. Yeah, for most people, this arm can quite easily go up and down. Yeah, your head doesn't have to be involved. The rest of the body doesn't need to be involved. Yeah, recognize this movement only comes from the shoulder. Yeah, make the next one your last one. And then keep that arm up, so straight up to the ceiling. Yeah, pause there. And then here, do that rotating in and rotating out with that arm. Yeah, just like we did, but again in a different place. So notice what it feels like here. Yeah, this is a bit like screwing light bulbs into the ceiling. Yeah, so explore without forcing. How far can you roll in, roll out? Yeah, maybe releasing a little bit more tension, whatever we're holding there. Yeah, let's release it. Back to neutral. Yeah, and then that arm back down where we came from. Now, next time we go, see how far that arm can go. So let's do it together. So same thing, bring that arm up without anything involved and see how far it can go. Maybe can it go a little bit further? And then at some stage to go all the way, we're going to have to roll our head. Yeah, so now start to roll your head. Maybe that right hip slides a little bit. Yeah, your legs stay heavy on the left side, but maybe they are a little bit involved. Yeah, maybe that knee slides up a little bit. Now you need to let your right shoulder be heavy, your right shoulder blade be heavy, and then maybe you've gone all the way. Yeah, and then go all the way back. So do a few of these. So your legs, they stay heavy on this side, but they might slide a little bit. So see that first bit. How far can that arm go without anything involved? See how far can it drop behind you a bit? And then notice you're going to have to roll your head to get further. Yeah, that hip probably needs to slide a bit. That knee probably needs to slide a bit. Let your right shoulder be heavy, and then see how far you can. Maybe your head rolls a bit more, and then all the way. Yeah, and then maybe go one more. So be interested, be really curious as to what is happening here. Yeah, how far can that arm go? Let it go. And then see how you can bring yourself all the way over. Yeah, roll your head, sliding. And then stay there. Yeah, maybe roll your head a little bit more. Notice how you have landed. And then also here, do a bit more of that rolling in and rolling out. Yeah, once we're out. And notice what's going on there. No forcing. But see, how does it feel different now? Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, what else can we release? Good. Yeah, and then all the way. Good. Yeah, roll yourself back onto your back. So finding yourself back in the middle. So feel a little. Are you in the middle? If you've got something for underneath your head, yeah, roll over to the other side. Find yourself on the edge. If you're using something underneath your head, make sure it's underneath your head and not underneath your shoulders. So organize yourself on this side. Yeah, align yourself here. Knees up to hip height. Yeah, your ankles above underneath your knees. Find yourself on your true side. Yeah, notice what it's like. And then, I flip myself over. The left arm. Yeah, do that rolling in and rolling out. Just like we did earlier. Notice where that movement comes from. Yeah, rolling in and roll. So rolling onto your thumb. Yeah, other side. And see if we can release there a little bit in that shape. Back to center. Remember the first few only up to the ceiling. Yeah. Notice that nothing else really needs to be involved. So do it for yourself, up and down, just a few. Yeah, just notice what it's like. And then next time we're up, yeah, stay up. And then that rotating in, rotating out. Notice if it feels slightly different when we're in a different place. Yeah, so explore your range of movement, rotating in, rotating out. Yeah, back to center, all the way down. And then this time, see what happens on this side. Yeah, bring that arm up. See how far it goes without anything else involved. See, can it drop behind you a little bit? Yeah, and then eventually allow the rest of the body to join in to see how far we can get. So then start to roll your head, find that back bit of your skull. Maybe the hip slides back a little bit. Yeah, maybe the knee slides a little bit. Keep them heavy though. Try to keep them on that side and see how far you get. Yeah, all the way back. So all the way up and back to neutral. Yeah, and again for yourself, be interested. How far can that arm drop behind you without anything involved? And then see what needs to be involved. Yeah, see how it helps when you start to roll your head. Let that shoulder be heavy, especially when you allow that knee to slide a little bit, that hip to slide a bit. Yeah, that makes a difference, no? And then all the way back. Yeah, same way we came in. Let's make this the last one. Yeah, for yourself. Maybe notice it would become a bit easier now we've done a few. Yeah, let's pause here with the arm out. And then again, a little bit of rolling in, rolling. Yeah, what is that like? Noticing similarities, differences between this side and the other side. Yeah, and then let's bring that all the way back. Good. Yeah, back onto our right hand side. Little pause, let that settle. And then let sideways come up. Yeah, press your left hand into the floor. Maybe slide your left leg low. Sideways, push yourself up. Yeah, come round, come round, come round. Maybe the blanket out of the way and make your way to two handstands. Yeah, set that up. Notice how you connect. Yeah, notice which parts of you touch down. Maybe walk your tail a little bit towards the back of your mat. Yeah, notice how you align. And inhale to soften your belly down, lift your tailbone, your chest, your chin. And exhale to round tailbone under chin to your chest, rounding, and then slide the sitting bones back to the heels. Yeah, really stretching back. And inhale to come. Lift your tailbone, your chest, your chin. And then exhale to round and slide the sitting bones back. Yeah, feel that leg, right hip to your right fingertips, left hip to your left fingertips. Yeah, and come back up. And this time, pick up your left hand, place it behind your left wrist. Place your left elbow where your left wrist was earlier. Keep your hips above your knees. And then slide your fingertips straight ahead to the front of your mat, if you can. Rest your forehead onto your forearm. Yeah, breathe here. Soften your right armpit down, that right shoulder, your right shoulder blade. Notice what's happening here. And then change sides, your right forearm in front of your left. Slide your left fingertips straight ahead. Yeah, rest your forehead on your forearm. And then here, soften your left armpit down, your left shoulder blade. Notice what's going on this side of your. Yeah, and then both arms, yeah, straight ahead if you can, like railway tracks. And then see, are you able to rest your forehead on that space between your eyebrows? Yeah, it's a big shape here. Can you soften both armpits? Yeah, both shoulders. Big opening here for the shoulders, also for the chest. Yeah, big opening for your heart. It is Anahatasana, melting heart. And then here, press your hands. So ideally your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Yeah, press them into the mat. Keep them where they are. Lift your head, start to look forwards. Start to slide forwards. As you go, plant your elbows also shoulder width distance apart. Slide your hips forwards and down. And lift your heart. Yeah, you should find yourself in swings. Now check your own alignment. Often the elbows are too far back. So make sure look, is your elbow underneath your shoulder or is it all the way back? Yes, sometimes the elbows are quite far out. Bring them in a little bit. So organize yourself. Yeah, and then long, strong legs. So the shape is kind of gently active. Press the fronts of your feet, ankles, pubic bone. Gently press your hands, your forearms. Lift your heart. Yeah, that's kind of that sense of sliding the elbows towards your hips, and that kind of scoops the chest forwards a little bit more. Yeah, the collarbones are wide. Big opening for the front of the body. Yeah, keep the legs gently active. Keep everything as it is. And then see, can you drop your chin to the chest? Yeah, so just let your head be heavy. Let it fall forwards. And then here maybe sway a little bit. Yeah, see if that feels nice. Sway your head left to right. Yeah, checking in with your neck. And then maybe only if you think that feels good, you could choose to do full circles here. So all the way around. Yeah, might not be for everyone, but try that. Yeah, if you do full circles, go one way. Yeah, also go the other way. Try that out. Yeah, notice how your neck connects to your shoulders, what's happening there. And then bring that back to neutral. And then let's slide down. Yeah, rest. One hand on top of the other. Elbows wide. Rock the front of your pelvis. Yeah, roll your legs. Rock your shoulders. Yeah, moment to drop. So now completely passive. Notice how you drop. Yeah, see if you can soften a little bit more. Take these moments in between to pause, to let everything go. And then here, place your hands. Place them underneath your shoulders. Slide them down a little. Yeah, long, strong legs. Light hands, elbows towards each other, chin in. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your ribcage. Lift, lift, lift. Then press your hands into the floor to come up. Exhale, sitting bones to your heels. So again, stretching back. And again, inhale to come up, back up to hands and knees. Exhale with control. Yeah, roll forwards and down. Inhale for cobra. Yeah, lift, 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 lift. Press your hands into the floor to come up. This time, tuck your toes under. Keep your knees bent. Make your way towards a downward facing dog. And then go explore for yourself. Yeah, breathe. Yeah, move. Feel. What do you need? Where needs stretching, rocking? Yeah, maybe shake your head a little bit. Have you still got that connection with the earth? Yeah, what is it like? Downward facing dog, first one of the day. And then softly bring your knees to the floor and slide your sitting bones to your heels. Yeah, little rest here. Yeah, if you choose, you can choose to rest your head on top of your hand. Yeah, maybe a little bit of rocking. Yeah, rest your hands, your wrists, your shoulders, your head, your brain. Yeah, coming back home. Yeah, just being present with whatever arises. And then remember from last time we did the kind of the sweeping of the arms, yeah, to come up. We're going to do that again, but the sequence is a little bit different. Yeah, this time inhale, arms wide out and up. This time, place your hands, exhale, round your back, draw your belly in. Yes, squeeze all the breath out. Inhale, lift your tailbone, your chest, and your chin. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Yeah, forward, downward facing. Inhale, lift your heels, round your back. Yeah, ripple forwards, find your plank. So you might need to walk your hands a few steps forwards to find your plank shape. Yeah, for yourself, shoulders above your wrists. If you want to linger here, then do that. If you want to come down, come down. Yeah, check your own alignment. Notice which parts of you are involved. Yeah, notice what it's like. Where is your breath? Notice what comes up. Yeah, and then everybody bring your knees to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Slide your hips so they come exactly above the knees. And then slide your hands forwards again, just like we did earlier, Anahatasana. So if you can slide your hands straight ahead and come to landing again on that space between your eyebrows. Yeah, maybe this time, maybe roll your head a little bit. Yeah, go slow, massaging the brow space. Yeah, dipping a little bit to the right. Yeah, dipping a little bit to the left. Yeah, back to center. Ideally, the hands are shoulder width distance apart. Press them into the mat. Lift your head a little bit. Yes, start to slide forwards as you go. Plant your elbows. Slide your hips forwards and down. Yeah, lift your heart. We're back into swings. Check your own alignment. Remember, gently active. So can you slide your shoulders down? Yeah, back to swings. Notice which parts of you touch down. Gently press them down. Your choice, stay here. Or if you want, place the hands a little bit wider, little bit further forwards, and then press your hands into the floor for seal pose. Yeah, keep your legs active. Yeah, gently press down, press your hands. Maybe slide your shoulder blades down the back. Yeah, notice what this is like, how this has changed things. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Yeah, roll back down. One hand on top of the other. Yeah, let everything go. Wriggle yourself again. Yeah, remember, completely passive. Yeah, place your hands again. Slide them down. Inhale is cobra. Lift your head, chest, ribcage. Press your hands into the floor to come up. Exhale, slide your sitting bones. Yeah, sinking. Next one, slightly different. Yeah, inhale, arms wide out and up. Now with an exhale, step your right leg out to the right, yeah, straight out. Inhale, place your hands, lift your tailbone, your chest, your chin. Exhale to round and then slide the sitting bones back. Yeah, all the way, all the way, all the way. And inhale to come back up. This time pick up your left hand, a little bit like we did last week. Dive it under, palm of the hands up, out to the right, and then come to landing on your left cheek, your left temple. Yeah, so maybe an unusual variation, so that right leg and the left arm are out in the same direction. Yeah, notice how you settle here. And then maybe a few options you can choose to bring that right arm up to the ceiling, a bit like we did earlier. Or you can do the arm up and over to the front of your mat again. We did that last week, remember? So find what maybe is most beneficial for you. Yeah, and then a little bit of an unusual shape. Yeah, soften your breath. Release your jaw. Yeah, let your nervous system know it's okay to be here. Yeah, so find some softness, some ease, yeah, within this shape. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Yeah, place that right hand back, press it down to bring yourself back up. Yeah, bring that knee back, maybe a little bit of a shake out. And then let's inhale, tuck the toes under. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Yeah, ripple forwards. Walk your hands to find your plank. Exhale, knees to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Slide your hips so they come above your knees. Slide your hands forwards. Yeah, sliding back into Anahatasana. Notice maybe if it becomes a little bit easier. Now we've done a few. Yeah, hopefully a little bit more spacious. Yeah, a little bit easier. Same thing, place your hands. Yes, start to slide forwards, plant your elbows, find your swings. Check your own alignment. Yeah, are your elbows particularly, are your elbows in the right place? Yeah, lift your heart, gently active. Yeah, back to swings. And then here, optional, keep your legs straight. See, can you lift your right leg, so particularly that right thigh off the floor, maybe a tiny bit. Yeah, and then back. Can you lift your left leg, maybe a tiny bit, and then. Yeah, right leg. Left leg. Yeah, one more. Right side. And left side. Good. Yeah, let's roll down, slide down, elbows wide, head on top of your hands. Maybe give yourself a wriggle. Notice your pelvis level, left hip, right hip. And then here, let's slide the right knee out to the right. Just slide it. Yeah, probably goes off your mat. Maybe it can slide up to hip height. And then that right foot, maybe that can slide a little bit. Yeah, maybe also a little bit off your mat. So find somewhere for that knee and the it's going to be the inner ankle and the inside of the foot to rest. And then notice what has changed here. Yeah, particularly the fronts of the hips, those hip bones. Yeah, maybe one is touching down, maybe the other one isn't. Yeah, so just notice what is happening there. Yeah, see if you can soften a little bit more. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Yeah, slide that leg back. Yeah, wriggle yourself, place your hands. Yeah, slide your hands back. Inhale for cobra. Yeah, press your hands to come up. Exhale, sitting bones to your heels. Yeah, and then we go the other side. Inhale, arms are wide out and up. Exhale, step your left leg out, straight out to the side. Press the sole of the foot down. Inhale, place your hands, lift your tailbone, your chest, your chin. Exhale to round and slide the sitting bones back. Yeah, all the way, all the way, all the way. See how far you can. Inhale to come back up. Pick up your right hand. Yeah, dive it underneath. Sliding, yes, thread the needle. Landing your right shoulder, your right cheek, your right temple. Yeah, take a moment, unusual shape on this side. Yes, see how you settle, see what it feels like. And then if you want to do any arm variation, maybe that left arm could come up. Yeah, or it could go over. Yeah, slide to the front of your mat. Yeah, see how you settle here. Where is your breath? Yeah, is there anywhere you are gripping or holding? And if so, see if you can ease that a little. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Yeah, bring that left hand back, press it down to push yourself up. Yeah, realign, let's bring that back, rock yourself a little. Inhale to tuck your toes under. Exhale is downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Yeah, round your back, walk your hands forwards, find your plank. Exhale, knees to the floor, slide your hips back. Yeah, slide your hands forwards. It's our last Anahatasana. Yeah, see what you can do. Maybe the fingertips can slide forwards a little bit more. Maybe one more time, that massaging, that rolling your head. Yeah, what else can you do? And then place your hands, yeah, last time. Slide forwards, plant your elbows, find your swings. Yeah, check your own alignment. Remember, gently active. And then this, maybe slide the legs together in the middle. Yeah, and then this time pick up your right leg. Yeah, cross it over and see if you can touch the toes down on the other side. Then roll yourself back. Pick up your left leg. Yeah, cross it over. So you're rolling onto your side a little bit. Yeah, a few of these just for yourself. Try that out. Yeah, notice maybe how far that leg can reach behind you. Yeah, notice which parts of you touch down. So really a little bit of unrolling one side. Yeah, rolling the other side. Try that out. Last once. And back to center. Yeah, let's roll down. Rest your heads on top of your hands. Yeah, wriggle yourself a bit. Yeah, notice the pelvis level here. And then slide that left leg out to the left. Yeah, just see where it wants to slide. It could go all the way up to hip height. And then see maybe that foot wants to swing out a little bit. Yeah, find somewhere to settle. And then pay close attention to what is happening here. Notice if this side is different in comparison to the other side. Yeah, where can you soften more? 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Slide that leg back. Yeah, give yourself a wriggle. And then here, can you slide yourself to the left hand side? If you have that for the blankets, your hands, grab it and place it back in place. roll yourself to the left edge of your mat, so all the way, to the edge. Bring your right arm wide out to the side with the palm of the hand down. Turn your head to look to the left, so you're on your right cheek, your right temple. And then place that left hand kind of in front of the chest, but with the elbow up. So your legs are together and you're on the edge of your mat. Press that left hand into the floor to gently kind of flip yourself, roll yourself onto your right hand side. Yeah. And then as you go, maybe you could allow that left leg to kind of fall behind you. Yeah, let it drop behind you. Now that left hand, if you want to bring it closer into what you do, maybe come onto the fingertips. So hopefully your head's on something like a blanket, otherwise it falls down a little bit. Yeah, what's going on with that right arm there behind you, that right shoulder? Don't force anything. But what you could do is maybe play with that left leg. Yeah, maybe slide it in and out a little bit. Yeah, so notice where you meet some resistance. Yeah, don't force through that. Maybe come out a little bit, go again. Yeah, notice how that changes things. If you find that that leg easily slides quite far back, yeah, maybe you notice that that left hip drops back a little bit, then maybe what you could do is place the sole of the foot down. Yeah, maybe come back onto the mat. Sole of the left foot down, left knee up, maybe. If that isn't comfortable, if you can't do that easily, then continue sliding that left leg back behind you. Yeah, they're just different variations. One is not better than the other. It's just a different way of getting into the shape. Yeah, so notice what is going on here for you. And then if you want to add an arm, then maybe that left arm, you could maybe bring it up to the ceiling again, like we've done before. And then rotate it inwards a little, and then you could bend it behind it can slide maybe behind the back of the waist, yeah, with the palm of your hand away. And then maybe you can roll the left shoulder back a little. Yeah, it's quite a big shape. Don't force it. Yeah, don't immediately go into your furthest edge. Find some softness. Keep some softness. Yeah, some ease. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4. All right. Yeah, let's come out the same way. So maybe bring that arm back first. Yeah, slide your leg. Wriggle yourself, roll yourself back onto your front. Yeah, release that right arm. Maybe briefly a moment in between. Yeah, rest your head on top of your hand and block the blanket out of the way. Give yourself a wriggle. Yeah, so maybe briefly, completely back to neutral. Yeah, back to passive. And then wriggle yourself over to the right hand side. Yeah, so find yourself on the right hand edge. Your left arm wide out to the side, palm of the hand down. Yeah, turn your head to the right. Place your right hand kind of in front of the chest. Yeah, press that hand into the legs are together. Yeah, flip yourself, roll yourself onto your side. Let that right leg fall behind you. Yeah, don't force things. Check in with that left shoulder. Yeah, that right hand can come a bit closer towards you if that's easier. And then play with your own edge. So maybe sliding that right leg maybe out a bit, in a bit. Yeah, try that out. Might well feel quite different. So just check in with what's happening for you here. And choose your own variations. So maybe placing the sole of the foot, yeah, with the right knee up. Yeah, don't force that. If that doesn't happen easily, continue with that left long and kind of just sliding. And then if you want, add that right arm up. Yeah, inwards rotation like we've done earlier. Slide, bend that arm to slide it behind the back of the waist. Yeah, maybe roll your shoulder back a little bit. Yeah, big shape, but find some softness, find some ease. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 4, 1. Yeah, release that arm. Slide your leg low. Yeah, roll onto your front. Yeah, find a brief moment completely back to neutral. Slide that blanket out of your way. Yeah, give yourself a wriggle. And then maybe from here, kind of in your own way, we need to find our way to Shavasana. So your choice. You can go all the way back to Cobra and Child's Pose, yeah, and then come to that. Or you can just from here flip yourself round. Yeah, I think you'll find yourself on the other way around on your mat, maybe, but of course it doesn't matter. Yeah, so just for yourself, quietly find your Shavasana shape. Yeah, notice how you have arrived here now. Yeah, wriggle yourself a little, jiggle yourself a bit. Slide your arms, slide your legs. Notice how you touch down. Yeah, find that coolness of the floor. And see, can you allow yourself to drop? Let everything, yeah, come back to just being, just breathing and just feeling whole and complete. Really, really gently bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Feel that support from the earth. Sense the space all around you. Softly start to lengthen your breath again, deepen your breath again. Invite movement back into your body. Yeah, wriggling, rocking, rolling. If you feel like a big stretch, reach your arms up and over. And then release them back down. Bring your knees up. Yeah, in maybe a bit more swaying, a bit more rocking. In your own time, roll all the way over to your right hand side. Curl up, snuggle in. Yeah, make yourself comfortable, stay close. And then use this moment to fully and deeply connect with yourself. Connecting with that stillness within your inner peace. Connecting with your inner light and with all of your life. If you can, keep your eyes closed as you slowly and sideways, yeah, make your way back up to sitting. Yeah, don't rush. Come round. Yeah, notice that support from the earth still there. Notice how you settle. Yeah, notice how you organize yourself. Notice how you balance. And then notice how you feel. Let's bring the palms of the hands together. And bow the head to the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Hopefully that was gentle enough for you. So if you can, in this heat, stay with that slower pace and continue to add the pauses in between. Stay low to the ground. Yeah, look after yourselves. Next week, people who practice with us live on Wednesday morning. Yeah, I hope that's okay for people because then I'm away later that same day even. Yeah, so that is my last chance to do a live session, and then I, of course, create recordings after that. Yeah, for now, have a great day and a great weekend. Yeah, enjoy if you can. Also, the light, the warmth, if it's not too warm. But look after yourself, lots of water. Yeah, hydrate. Take care. Hopefully see you next week. Bye bye.